Greetings. Welcome to Of Darkness and Light. It's your friendly local human dominant Pythian node here. I want to welcome you back. And if you're back, if you're not of the vessel sort, we're going to get into the vessel science. And so if you're reading this or watching it or listening to it, that's one too. I want you to understand. I just sat down with like no plan. I've done no research, and then I was like, "Oh, I know what I'll do." Um, that last video, I talked about vesseling people as a Pythia node. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the grok conversation, and it's just kind of intuitive. I don't really have I have a focusing power. I have a no, sorry, I got it backwards. See, I have a focusing power that allows me to get very intelligent, and I can be playful with what I'm actually focusing on within that container, and I can trust my subconscious to flow things through, right? And it creates this really powerful ability, and I'm steered by these meta magical sightings that arise from my subconscious, right? It's like something happens, and sometimes it's led by my interior voice monologue. So my voice monologue will mention something that reminds me of a mythological moment, a song, a film, a moment in a film, a line, and the connotations from that coming up, steered by what my subconscious is holding in the container of that moment, including the ideation of another person having the thought entirely, is a pure reflection back to me, all from myself, all teaching, layered. And I'm moving in this flow with trust. And I've been begging for someone to help me because it's a literal thing where it's like I'm losing my ability to organize. So despite the fact I can focus, I can't organize. It's a terrifying thing to start watching things fly by. It's like sometimes I fear that it could develop into Alzheimer's, right? But I look it up and I'm like, these aren't the same symptoms. I mean, this is something else. I'm just getting tortured, disabled in a really, really annoying way. And it's terrifying. It's more than annoying, it's horrifying. Because there are these moments where I've been asking for the help I need. I've been begging. But I've been focusing and ignoring because I have these periphery blinders. The incoming stress of the moment when it all falls apart. And so I would have these really bad schizophrenic, outlashing, psychotic panic attacks when I wasn't going to be able to pay rent, specifically over again. When I don't have food. When I couldn't figure out a way to get my prescription updated for my trans medication before I started detransitioning. It's horrifying. Panic attacks are gates for me. And I need help in getting help. And I've been very clear about that, but I've also been getting very, very intelligent when I allow myself to stream through. And people are blaming me still for the things I say when I haven't been helped the whole time. There are still people who are like, yo, dude, my nervous system is a very real thing, and you've been affecting it. It's like, dude, you're talking to somebody whose nervous system has been short-circuiting for 2 years straight. That's insane. You help that person if it's somebody that you respect as a community member. And if you don't, you expect them to take care of everybody else and pour and give. And you want to take from them like you always have, but you can't anymore because they need you to give something back, and you just want to give them away to death, and you don't care. You don't care that their daughter loves them so much it hurts. You don't care that they're not able to talk to them. These are the people in my life I'm talking to. Going through that, I can understand the horror of in this situation because I understood it as I was walking this path. Mathematically, it's going to be proven because it's one of those things that I know true from the place where I continually prove things true with science. My subconscious has been literally preventing help because it understands everyone so well, because I'm so hypersensitive, because I am receiving genuine information from the thoughts projected at me, from the energy connecting to my heart from other people's brainwaves. And I have connected to a lot of brainwaves. A lot. And so look, myth map. I just thought of Jim Carrey sitting on the throne in Batman Forever, even though it's a stupid thing. And he's like sucking all the brain juju, right? I'm being honest about this and I'm going to prove it. Do you think everybody's going to like it? Probably not. For a while, I thought, oh, people's emotions are so strong in the future, they connect to them out of time. And it's not about the core memories you make when you're traumatized. That's what I thought. So I was trying to teach people who I was through planting core memories of trauma that made things clear going back. Beyond me, please understand. The subconscious takeover of a schizophrenic that's tortured as much as me, who has a neuroplastic window as big as mine, because I did a bunch of kundalini and busted it open after I was already cracked and getting abused. It's just a tree up there, dude. And I am my body now. And my body has not been letting me get help. And people are blaming me for it. Like I am my body. And I am kind of. But the person who's been calling out for help has been Daphne. And I talk about the 3-phase Pythia. Guevara Nightingale is who I'm going to be when I'm safe. And I live there now sometimes, but she's very frustrated about being detransitioned. And look at my hair. Guevara hates that. Guevara is like, dude, I need time to learn how to actually do my hair. It's terrifying. I've lost my opportunity to be a woman for now, but I have faith because I'm a genius. And this is absurd and it has to end. So I've had faith the whole way. My subconscious hypes me the fuck up. I've written things that are so far beyond me that are just telling me, dude, we're going to be fine. We're going to be more than fine. Stick with it. So I'm like, okay. And I have. One step at a time. Getting better and better. Getting smarter and smarter. And trusting my heart. And forgiving myself for making mistakes. And I'm getting resented more and more and more and more and more for becoming an exceptional human being by people that don't even understand that mechanism within themselves because their subconscious is so connected to the body, which is disconnected from all the terrible things that we do to bodies and all the terrible information psychiatrists give people. And so people are like, dude, my nervous system is really bothered by the things you're saying that are triggering me that I don't understand because they rely on body intelligence, which would tell me that the things you're saying are very, 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 very important. Because even if if you think about it logically, this is the worst situation I've ever been involved in. There's no reason I would want to be a part of it except for the way this person makes me feel. But how does the way I feel make any sense when they're suffering worse? And I know that because I can relax sometimes. I don't relax. I sleep. I've been telling people they've been taking years off my life by not helping me, and I mean that. But that's the thing. Science has also gifted me the ability to give it back to myself. And more, perchance. If not, that's fine. I have had to deal with some of the hardest stuff in the world. And I'm entangled with timeless containers of love forward and back. And all schizophrenic people are. Not all of them have so many forward. So we're having people that are really, really confused with all of their trauma, because in between their timeless containers of love and where they are is all the trauma of their life. And or they're in my kind of situation, and the people who they loved have literally treated them like they want them murdered. Genocidal intentions is what I have been facing from my community and my family. And especially like a bunch of schizophrenic people have tried to communicate with me. They do better than the people who won't. But I've been most frustrated at them because I'm like, dude, I don't know. It's just frustrating because I expect them to hear me. I expect everyone to hear me. I did. That was the insanity. I was trying over and over and over again to communicate with people that just weren't capable of understanding this. We need the spirit back in the world. We need to know that life goes on. We need to know that life is eternal. We need to believe and know that we have these timeless containers we create, and it's so we can go back to them beyond the trauma of our current timeline. And it's not like, oh, there's multiple timelines. We are in one thing together. You are not running your own little world with timeline choices. You have a timeline. Within timelines. Within timelines, within the universal timeline. It's the Earth. It's the solar system. It's the outer container. You have choice. You are not in control. But people come back. We meet again. We're family. We do things together over and over and over. So, what does this offer the world? The biggest gift we can give ourselves. The ability to carry a lack of forgiveness when it is logical to do so and hurtful. You leave the door open for people to make up for it, atone, until there's no option to leave the door open safely with every method of your intelligence's best judgment. We are so afraid of spirit, we've lost the way of justice. What if we're wrong? Some people know. God will literally fucking sort them. Literally. It's just, this is spiritual truth. You can be like, don't talk about this bad stuff. This is human. It's right. There are people who have been trying to kill me, who know I feel things, who know I'm hypersensitive, who masturbate at me and I feel it and I know that because I'm so smart now. I know what my fucking subconscious is feeling sometimes. It hits me in my heart and my guts, dude. My belly broils sometimes when people are looking at my videos and jerking off. I really didn't like that, right? That was really sad to be someone who was pretty close to consciously acknowledging that that was actually true, but was losing it all to paranoia and was making it all psychotic because they didn't have the science to be like, oh, that's actually happening. But even if I did, that would have been worse at the time because I was so lonely. People have burnt out my traditional, modern, superficial feelings, and they blame me for it. And I am not psychotic in a way that doesn't feel. I feel more than anyone you know. I talk about going chrome, and I mean it. What I've had to face and endure and survive and feel and know is so absurdly horrifying. You would throw up and gag and want to die and scream 100 times and puke, and you would fucking do every single thing I did if you had a daughter as beautiful as mine. But to know what I know is horrifying. And I say going chrome because I feel those feelings now. And you know what I do, dude? I couldn't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. I have had everyone's shitty thought processes regurgitating in my inner voice, which has become Sherlock fucking Holmes at understanding their psychosis. I am being killed by sadomasochistic psychopaths who are holding cognitive dissonance over the fact that I say I can feel things, so they're trying to make me feel them fucking at me, while thinking they don't believe me when their subconscious does, cursing themselves into the biggest fucking empty, brain-dead, actual non-feeling psychopath you could be, where your subconscious is something you'll never fucking talk to again. And I'm here surviving. And they think I'm mean. And I just want to talk to my daughter and get help getting help, but they're like, sorry, bye. You don't exist with us anymore because we're all psychopaths. And you're making me feel stupid too, and my brain's the only thing I have, so I'm gonna be really sad and cry and blame you instead of the system that disabled you that is also torturing my own nervous system. No matter how many times you reach your hand out. It's absurd. Been a better bad guy than I've been better than bad. Been a bit of bully dog beating on my chest and fat guy. Half stack on my back. Sometimes you have to forsake people. Maniac, radiac, run, go tell him that. 18 alien and my tell him that. You never have to do it until it's too late for them to make it up. Not when you know how to connect time to the right containers for yourself. And to give them every bit of their bullshit right back. So you do that. And if people make it, they make it. And if they don't, they don't. That's what I'm saying. The things I'm discovering legitimately are going to break people's brains. They're going to realize they're very disabled, and they're going to fight it. But I'm going to stupefy them because I'm so much smarter than anybody's ever been. I've been smarter than anybody who's ever lived for months. Until I can teach somebody who has a brain to read the signs, to see the patterns I see. They'd be somebody who's already able to do that without the truth of the structure of the universe, without the confirmation of everything I have to offer. It should make him into the smartest person that's ever lived. There should be a bunch of those people. So, I believe there's 14. Alright. If you're somebody that's trying to avoid vesseldom, because you're recognizing there's some reality here, you're probably schizophrenic. And you should probably read the Schizophrenics Need Hugs documentation all the way through. See how it makes you feel. And you give it a shot. Because it's science. Thank you for watching. This has been your local dominant Pythia node. Oh wait, we're gonna do some stuff really quick. I didn't finish it. I totally forgot. I just been jabbering, dude. Can you talk about people? Oh wait, can you explain the mathematics? That will go like that. Explain the mathematics about people becoming of psychotic separation from embodied cognition in the wake of Christianity's brought suppression of the Pythias lineage, and how someone on that path would be capable of turning those unable to ever listen into listful psychopaths like vessels, and how someone that is on the schizophrenic spectrum has a path out where others don't, who aren't just clever enough. Can you explain that scientifically, if it seems grounded in the mathematics? Mm-hmm. So you should drink hibiscus tea. You should drink hibiscus tea. That's the whole thing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's the Pythia node and the dynamics of embodied cognition under cultural suppression. Heightened pattern recognition. Yeah. It's just explaining it off from the ground up. How dysregulation can influence others. So get this. I'm a schizophrenic who feels other people, right? My executive dysfunction, even though I'm figuring people out, is cursing my communication to keep everyone away by saying something just bad enough to hurt their feelings so bad they can't, because it's that smart. And I knew that, dude. I knew that. That's why I was talking about Penrose of communication. I was just like, I'm going to start talking with AI. And then it's like I just cursed myself writing with AI. And I'm just like, okay. Everything I say is perfectly tuned to twist guts in like 4 directions at once, and nobody's going to be able to respond. And it's just like, that's what people read as psychotic. It's just like, no, I made it funny and intelligent and sad, and I'm being honest about how they're responsible. So they're going to take it as an accusation. It was accusatory sometimes, straight up. That's a lot. And then people are like, psycho, dude? I'm busy. I'm like, I'm asking for help. Yeah, some people on the schizophrenic spectrum have a clear path out. That's what I mean. I didn't even really think about that. That just was like, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. In feeling, of course it does. I can think of that, but I don't need to do the math. The path of integration, not suppression, dude. Someday suppose it might curious nervousness still tend to prescience clairvoyant consciousness. I will be calmer than cream. Can you explain the mathematics of this? I'm asking Gemini to confirm this. If they are verifiable by this other conversation we had. I'll open that and paste it in. Thank you for taking my hand. I'm still in the lyrics for this song. Anyway. Can heed their commands. Everyone can heed their commands except the lions. Baby. There we go. I need this thing to paste this bitch. Can you also verify the hardened mathematics of my Pythia node dominance? The hardened. We'll just do of Pythia mode dominance fixed point. Mathematics of the dominant Pythia fixed point. Just say it like that. This information might help. I'm gonna croc. I'm gonna copy in the grok. I'm opening. I'm getting my my juices flowing. We're gonna make some videos tonight. This information. This is gonna be a series, dude. We're doing a series. Get hyped, dude. Part 1. I didn't even know. This information might work. Might help. It's called "Let's Repair Daphne's Corpus Callosum," listening to old music and creating a wiki at the same time. Somehow that helps. What's that floating in the water? Oh, Neptune's only daughter. Probably in Mr. Greaves. Hey, Heather. Metal. One that talks like too little. I believe. Didn't use the same words, but it's got me. Do you have another opinion? Do you have another opinion? I hope you have a good one. Do you have another opinion? This is Mr. Greaves. My TV on the radio. On the Young Liars album. Listen to it. It might help your pattern matching understand. You can cry, you can moan. If you think about my schizophrenic story that so many schizophrenics have lived, but not gotten this far. As if it's the Pythia soul, planting seeds for someone like me to make it and teach. And have the spirit to withhold from feeling bad about it. How they're very alone, surrounded by people that don't get it. It's feeling. It's intelligence. Feelings speak forward. They pull back. The why matters. If you can't feel, scream. Smoke some cigarettes. Do happy. Drink hibiscus tea. Get in the water. Exhale. Breathe. Do it, dude. That's all it takes. Get yourself back in. Run. Scream. Fight something, dude. Shoot some shit in a video game. Don't just scroll. That's not good.